Hello all of you beautiful people, welcome back to Christmas Countdown. Today is day 14 and as I said in yesterday's video, I'll be going back and ranking all of my old advent calendars. Also, as I said yesterday, I'm recording this on the same day as that video and I was talking about my tattoo. I've taken the cling film off, however. Right, I know most people don't care, but I like showing them off in videos because I can go back on the videos and see when I got them, but it's the stand arrow from JoJo's and all the hermit purples. I am incredibly happy with that, honestly. It's been the hardest tattoo yet because in the past 8 hours since it's finished, it has hurt way more than any of my other tattoos. Like, my arm really aches. It really hurts around here when I bend it. And it's also actually, to be fair, the longest like single session I've had. It's not as easy as the other ones. I'm usually quite good when it comes to healing tattoos, but this one I can tell is going to be a struggle compared to normal. Also, there's a TV in there, so while it was being done, I was watching Daddy's Home 2, which was the Christmassy one, so, you know, that's a Christmas thing. It was just on when I went in, and I was watching it, and I was like, alright, that's that's the Christmas thing. Either way, I was going to, like, and probably put in a Christmas film on anyway, because he lets you put what you want on, so, you know. Anyway, that's the end of my rant, but before we get into the actual list, here is the Advent Calendar. Day number 14 up here. Here we go. There we go. Wait, there. It looks like we've got a booster pack. Paradox Rift. So Paradox Rift, hoping to get an actual pull because I haven't had one from any of the packs from here yet. So fingers crossed. Alright, here we go. Oh, and of course, because it's a pack, you get yourself today a free code. But here we go, one from the back. Feels like a while since I've opened a full pack from one of these. Well, from the calendar. But we've got a Fighting Energy, a Whismur, a Flamigo, a Porygon, a Seadra, a Tulip, Shauntal. That's 2 trainers in a row, interesting. Veluza, Reverse Orthworm. Oh, that's quite cool. Reverse Screamtail. That kind of looks like a Jigglypuff, but with a big thing on it. I don't know. I quite like the holo on that, though, with the reverse pattern on that. And a holo Espathra. That was that. Enjoy the rest of the video. So unlike yesterday's video, where I only had 5 with, I mean, not loads to talk about since they are just Christmas jumpers, I have 8 different calendars to talk about here, and I can go a little bit more in depth. So, starting off in 8th place is the Peppa Pig Advent Calendar, the chocolate one. I chose this to be in 8th place simply because it's a chocolate advent calendar, which is pretty basic, and I'm not into Peppa Pig. I honestly can't even remember the story behind this at all, like why I ended up with a Peppa Pig advent calendar. I think it was literally because I bought it on the 1st of December, and I literally bought it from the shop that's like 2 minutes from my house, and they had no other advent calendars, so I was like, alright, I'm just getting the Peppa Pig one. Ended up being quite a funny, like, meme on the channel at the time, I guess, though, especially when it melted and everything, but I mean, in terms of advent calendar, Peppa Pig's the thing I'm least interested in here. Now, I'm going to be real, 8, 7, 6, and 5 can all pretty much be interchangeable because they're all my basic, just regular chocolate ones. But I did put them in order, but for the most part, they can really be interchanged. So after the 2020 Peppa Pig chocolate advent calendar, we go back to 2015 for the Malteser advent calendar. Nothing basic, nothing memey about it. It's just a Malteser advent calendar. I'm pretty sure the chocolate didn't even have the Maltesery little, like, I don't know what they are. I guess the Maltesery crumbly stuff. I don't actually know what it is. But it didn't have any of that in it. It was just plain chocolate. So, yeah, 7th place. In 6th place, I have the Cadbury's one. So I had that 2017, 18, and 19 as like the main ones. But if I ever have stuff like, for example, this year with the Pokemon advent calendar, I also have my Cadbury's one. It's my classic, it's my go-to, you know, it's if I have one that gives me a physical object like a toy, for example, which I'll be going into later, I probably also had a normal Cadbury's one as well. So yeah, even the Peppa Pig one from 2020, I wouldn't even say it was a bad advent calendar. The chocolate in it, from what I remember, was fairly standard. It wasn't shit chocolate. And even if you do, to be fair, get like cheap, shitty chocolate, it's not ever awful. At least in the UK. I mean, I've tried Hershey's, and I'm real, Hershey's kind of stinks. That's American chocolate. You need to like step up your game, honestly. But in 5th place, we have the Pokemon Advent Calendar from 2016. Not the one we have now, but again, just a regular chocolate one.
Nothing special, it's just that out of all the advent calendars, this is the one that's probably my biggest, I suppose, like, interest I've had on them so far, because it's a normal chocolate advent calendar, but it's not basic like the Cadbury's one, or something I'm not really into like Peppa Pig, obviously. It's something I'm actually interested in, but also being a chocolate advent calendar, so yeah. However, it is not the highest ranked chocolate advent calendar, because in 4th place we have my Tony's Chocolonely's advent calendar. This is the most expensive chocolate advent calendar I think I have ever bought. It was, I think, £15 from Sainsbury's, and it's the only chocolate advent calendar that isn't interchangeable for me. It goes at the top of the chocolate advent calendars. Tony's Chocolonely's for me is my absolute favourite chocolate. If you haven't tried it, I recommend it, even if it is a little bit on the pricey side. But at the end of the day, it fights against slavery. So you get to eat chocolate and fight against slavery. What's so bad about that? Also, with the Tony's advent calendar, I actually mentioned that it was in a Will and E video last year, and I went back to watch that video again, and by pure coincidence, I didn't even remember it of anything in it other than the Tony's calendar, as it had last year's version of my current Pokemon advent calendar in there as well. So I thought that was pretty cool. And unlike the Tony's one, they actually ranked that one good, as far as I remember, so at least I take a W there. We're getting to the big leagues now, because in 2021, in 3rd place, we got the Peppa Pig toy advent calendar. Because the Peppa Pig advent calendar was like the funny meme thing, my mum ended up coming back one day with like a better Peppa Pig advent calendar. Instead of just chocolate, it gave you these little figurines, and in all fairness, they were fairly high quality. I remember the plastic being pretty solid on them, and even like the little Christmas tree that isn't specifically Peppa Pig themed was actually like really good and something probably worth keeping, you know, set it up on, I don't know, a mantelpiece or something. And at the end of the countdown, you get this little Peppa Pig nativity scene, and, you know, if you have kids that like Peppa Pig, genuinely quite a good advent calendar. You get a lot of these little toys in it, and I thought that was quite cool, to be completely honest. Like, it wasn't cheap. I mean, it wasn't super high quality, but at the same time, it wasn't proper cheap. You couldn't easily break them, if you know what I mean. I feel like you couldn't just bend or snap them very easily, and to me, I'd say that's pretty decent for what it is. But in 2nd place, we have the Fortnite Funko Advent Calendar from 2022. So what I was talking about with when I have the Cadbury's one, for example, with the last pick with the Peppa Pig one, and as well as this one, I would have also had a Cadbury's one, because again, it's the classic in it. But moving away from that is actually the Fortnite Funko Advent Calendar. I actually got this second hand because it's very expensive, but it still had all the things. So I'd open the door and I'd have a little mini version of a like Fortnite skin Funko Pop, and they were for the most part Christmas skins. I believe it would have been released in Season 7, I want to say, based on the skins that are in there. But you got like a little Gingerbread Gunner, Gingerbread Raider, you got the, I don't know, the one with the Christmas jumper, I forgot the name of. I think there's like mini Season 7 Battle Pass skins like Trog and Powder and stuff in there as well, and they're all really cool. It's just literally mini Funko Pops. I still have it all downstairs. I know where it is. We still have the Peppa Pig one. I think that might still be in the loft though, I'm not gonna lie. But the Fortnite, all the little mini skins are actually really cool, and like the Peppa Pig one, they're all actually really high quality. I mean, it is literally like a proper Funko Pop, just like a lot smaller. I'd say up to his knee, like here. This is like a normal sized one, and it's made out of, as far as I can feel, pretty, like, I think it's made out of the same stuff, so very high quality, built to last stuff. And considering it is a few years old and I did get it second hand, none of them were like battered, scratched, scraped or anything. They all looked brand new, so I'd say that was a pretty good advent calendar, I'm not gonna lie. And coming in 1st place is the only one I haven't mentioned yet, which you literally saw at the start of the video, the Pokemon TCG Advent Calendar from 2024. So since watching that other Will and E video, I think they do different versions of this every year with updated sets in each one, so I can only specifically speak for this year. But from what I could gather from that video and from what I've opened so far, because this one's not even finished, I'm just over halfway at this point, is that it's definitely quite, you get pretty much the same stuff. So you get 8 foil cards, some of which being hollow, some of which even being EXs. You get 5 full, like, 11 card booster packs, 7 3-card mini packs, which are okay. I mean, you get, I think, guaranteed at least a reverse in it. I don't know if you can get pulls in them, I want to say you can't, but it's still good for, like, bulking out a collection if you don't have many cards. 2 coins, which I'm actually pretty happy with getting the coins, because I used to get them from these Pokeballs. Sounds like this one actually has a coin in it. It does! This one has a coin in it. However, I have just noticed, because this one has my Alolan Ninetales coin in it. So the one I got from the advent calendar is actually a lot bigger. Like, this is the one I got from the advent calendar. Isn't that weird? I actually did not notice that until now. I quite like the big one, I'm not going to lie. I actually realised in that advent calendar video that those Pokeballs no longer give coins, they actually give sticker sheets. And they were my main source of coins. So now I have the advent calendar, I get more coins. Here is a example of a regular holo card with the festive stamp on it. Unless I got one on the advent calendar, I mean, I'm recording this in advance, so I haven't actually opened the advent calendar for this day yet, so if I get one in it, then you've already seen it, but also here it is on an EX card. You also get 2 sticker sheets and a keychain, which is also a pretty nice thing. It also says look out for codes for the online version. I haven't had anything specifically code related from the dolls other than like getting them out packs, so I guess that might be what it means. I'm not really 100% sure, to be honest with you. Can't really know for sure until I finish opening it, to be fair. But yeah, that is my old Loppiman advent calendar ranking. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know. I think that's probably the best way it could have been ranked, which I think makes sense. And yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, cheers, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.